Hello everybody. Let's just get everything set to block out as much background noise as possible. Let me check that I'm live in the right place. I'm going to try not logging in as me on my laptop as Lisa's Loft, stay as me personally, look at and see if that'll help. Not sure if it will. Then I'll be able to keep an eye on comments. We'll turn that off, thank you. If that doesn't work, I'll log in as Lisa's Loft and see, because I can't remember which way I've done it before. So it was something that just clicked with me this. So I thought, I wonder if it's because, or if that will make a difference. So yeah, it's Thursday again, and we're here again, and I've suddenly gone cold. I've been sat here fine, up and down doing stuff. I'm sat here now with a cup of tea, and I've gone cold. Perhaps I should have put a cardigan on. The weather isn't the best today. I've got washing out. It's just still, it's grey. It wants to rain. It says it's going to rain, but it's not yet. So we shall see. We shall see. Right. Couple of things. Don't forget we've got bonus days happening. If you don't know what bonus days are, for every £45 you spend this month, July, you will then get a voucher coupon for £4.50 to spend in August, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, don't forget that's happening. Kits are up there, online exclusives. Don't forget to look at those, not just what's in your catalogue. A couple of things I want to share with you before we craft. We'll go hands down. But I was going to say something. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, if you are on, please drop me a comment. It's nice to see who's watching. If you're watching on the replay, #replay. I do reply to all comments. So, yeah. Hi, Carol. How are we? Hope you're well. Let's go hands down, and I've got some things to share with you first, so just bear with me. I'm going to turn this round. Still haven't found a better way to do this as yet. Okay. I haven't because I haven't pressed the button. Carol says, all good, daughter's wedding on Saturday, so excited. Oh, wow. Oh, that's going to be fantastic. I love a good wedding. Haven't been to a wedding for a long time. Let's just get that. Yeah, I like a nice wedding. Yeah, I keep looking at third-party programs for going live, but I'm not sure yet how I want to do it. I quite like the way I'm doing it at the moment. It's simple, it's easy, but I'd like to have two cameras going so I don't have to turn you around that way. But hey ho, that's how it is at the moment. Right, so first of all, last week's envelope mini album, I base decorated, and I said I would share with you after I'd finished. And now I have decorated this just simply. There's not a lot of decoration gone to it because The papers I love, and they're so bright and vibrant. I don't think it needs a lot else. And the photos are what they are. And with it being quite small, you don't want to overpower the photos. So, yeah. It's an album I've done for Hayden. He's going to hate the fact that everything I do has got his photos on. But I did say I was going to do him an album, and so this is it. I haven't done the first page yet because I haven't received the photo that I want back of there. So that's still playing. So yeah, we've got photo. This is from an old, it's a sticker. In fact, quite a few of the stickers in here are from an old Memories and More pack from last year's catalogue, the Bright and Bold. The papers have carried over to this current catalogue, but I've still got some of the cards, so I thought, you know what, why not use them? And then I just used the new keeping tabs stamps on there. Lovely day at a farm we had. And then I've just left blank on the back so I can do some journaling, but I didn't want to put the journaling on there till after I'd shared. That was his 18th birthday. We went to the pub. Boxing Day, his birthday is, so it gets a bit... What else can you do? On holiday with my sister, and I just added some of the stars just to coordinate in with the colours that are in the background. Just thanks sticker on there for Christmas. These are quite old photos, actually. These were while he was still at school. That was when he first changed his hair. He used to have really long, natural, dirty blonde, really hair. And then he went black and short. That was Halloween costume. He went as a Bratz fairy. I don't know if any of you remember those, but yeah, I went out like that. And then on here, Christmas meal. And I've left that one blank to do my journaling as well. That's a gorgeous photo. He hates it, but I love it. That was in Watch It on holiday. That's where my sister lives, in Watch It in Somerset. And then, yeah, Hayden sits in a box. Hayden wouldn't be Hayden if there wasn't a box around and he didn't sit in it. He's got this thing for sitting in things and watching telly. You know, yeah, whatever. But yeah, as I always tell him, always be you. Best way to be. So yeah, just simply decorated. But that's that finished. I'm really pleased with how that's turned out, so I can give him that. Then I'm going to share with you, we had a team swap by post, and I thought I would share the swaps with you. I'm part of Queen Pip's Royal Stampers. She's my upline's upline. But wider team, we all get together and we have postal swaps for those of us that can't make it to the team meetings all the time. So it really keeps everybody involved. This is the first one, and this is off Pip with the brick embossing folder and using Summer Splash and Petunia Pop from the In Colours. And this is Nature's, shall I put it on the back, Spotlight on Nature. And the dies, which I haven't got as yet. Wasn't one that I thought I've got to have that, but the more I've seen it, it's a definite going to be added to my stash. So that's that one from Pip. Then this one, I'll have to open this one because this one's a bit special. This is from Alison. Of Alison Rushing Crafts. And they all put a little recipe and their names in. And she's done a little fun fold. How sweet is that? And she's used the basic 3D embossing folders. It comes in a pack of 3 from there, and the beautiful sketch butterflies and nature's prints in the back. Spotlight on nature, sorry, I've got to remember that. And she's used the in colours as well, the peach pie and then petunia pop, pretty in pink, and summer splash on there. How sweet is that? That's the in colour paper. Oh, she's even decorated, but wow, fabulous. This one was my swap, which I did with the Thoughtful Wishes, and I embossed in white on the card and stamped in Mossy Meadow, and then I blended over, added some extra texture with a texture stamp, sentiment, and then layered onto Mossy Meadow and a white card base and some of the brush butterflies. Our next one is from Gillian, Crafting with Gillian, and she's used her paper cutter to score and put a pattern in. She's done double lines, you see that, it's picking that up. And then she's cut out some little paper squares and popped them in. How cute is that? What a fabulous idea. And then just a bit of the paper behind as well, she's matted onto. Love that. This one's from Gay, and Gay has used the citrus blooms paper. Yeah, she's cut the paper into triangles and flipped it, and then she's stamped and coloured with the blends. Fabulous. There's oranges. This one's from Kay, and she's used one of my favourite stamp sets, the Bird's Eye View and Azure Afternoon, and that looks like, yeah, Lost Lagoon and Crumb Cake. How cute is that? I just love that stamp set. Brilliant. Not a colour I use very often, Azure Afternoon, but I really like that. And we have, this one is from Cheryl, and she has done Pretty in Pink, and she's stamped with a block, I believe, on there. Added the ink to the block and stamped, and then just stamped over in Memento with the Spotlight on Nature. How cute is that? I love this Pretty in Pink. It's gorgeous. And this one is from Deb, and she's done a blending technique with Blueberry Bushel and Wild Wheat, and she's used the Birchwood embossing folder in the background and just added highlights of ink to that to make that stand out. But how nice is that? Just a blended panel and then a sentiment. You don't always need to stamp an image. This one is from Louise, and Louise is my upline, and she's used the butterflies. See, I haven't got these sketch butterflies, and she's coloured with Coastal Cabana Gorgeous Grape onto a block with the Stampin' Right markers, and she spritzed it with water and then stamped it on to make the background. And the same with the butterfly. She did the same again as the background and then stamped over it and die cut it out. But how nice is that? And just with the black, really pops. Beautiful. This one is from Sarah, and this is using the perennial lavender. Yeah, perennial lavender. I'll take this one out because this also is a fun fold. Look at that. How gorgeous. And it's just a card base, scored and folded in the correct places. And it goes into a standard envelope. But yeah, how good's that? Beautiful. I love how she's done the double die cuts, having an oval on top of a square. Wouldn't have thought of that. This one's from Elaine, and Elaine has used the she's used lots. So we've got a pecan pie card base with early espresso, latte design series paper, spotlight on nature. Don't know what's from Spotlights on Nature. Might be the sentiment. I know, Sentiments, Unbounded Love. And then that's the coffee latte as well, isn't it? But yeah, how nice is that? All in the coffee colours. Looks really good. And our final one is from Bev. Bev used the Thoughtful Wishes and Sentimental Park for the sentiment. This paper is just gorgeous, isn't it? You really don't need anything else but a piece of that and a sentiment. But she has backed it with the fern embossing folder. So yeah, how gorgeous are those? But it's so nice to see what other people create as well. So yeah, I like these. They're fabulous. I love getting swaps, everybody else's ideas. Right, so today, well this week, I've been sharing with you the wintry treetops. It's a gorgeous suite with lots and lots of products. Oh my gosh, and my laptop's just decided to go off. It's been okay till now. I've been able to see. All right, let me now switch over to being me and see if that's any better. All right, we'll go. Yeah, gorgeous suite. Very wintry, as it says, but can be quite Christmassy. So we'll start off with the stamp set. And it's a gorgeous sketch-like stamp set with some beautiful images of birds. These look like cardinals, sort of, but they can be made easily into robins, tits. You'll see on some of the papers after that by the colours they use has made them into different birds. But some lovely sentiments there as well. It's all about thanks. So that's the stamp set. And then we've got the dies, which will cut out these images. But also you've got standalone dies to make up some sprigs and some fern sprigs. And then you've got this beautiful background die panel, which is gorgeous, and you'll see that in some of the things I've shared this week. And then we've got the Earth Tone Shimmer Gems. They are, see the last colour. Gorgeous. I love these shimmer gems. I think they're really nice. Those are fab. And we've also got the Natural Tones Linen Thread, which goes great. We always love a bit of thread. And one of our new size large embossing folders. The standard size of our embossing folders is like that. But as you can see, this is a lot bigger. It's the full size of one of the plates for the cut and emboss machine, the large one. So yeah, beautiful birch wood, that one is. It really is gorgeous. And then we've got the papers. I have been using mine, obviously. But little bird's feet, look how gorgeous are these. And as you can see, the birds are done all different ways. And that one, the little cute birds on it as well. And then on the back of there, we've got the trees with the birds. I just think they're beautiful. And we've got this one. That's one of my favourite. I really like that one. They're like cotton stalks. And some birch wood on the back. And then we have this one. This one seems quite Christmassy to me because of the colours. But of course, doesn't have to be. And the pine cones and the berries. And then a nice garden green stripe on the back. This one is perfect for fussy cutting, as I've done. With some gorgeous birds. And again, you can see there's tits and cardinals. I think that's meant to be a robin. It looks a bit grey dark to me. Oh, no, there's a robin look. But yeah, really pretty. And some pool party, almost like snow there. What else have we got? Done that one, done that one, done that one. I think this one with some more birds on. But I believe the dies cut out these as well. So that's perfect with lots of berries. And then another pool party pattern on there. And yeah, that's it. So really gorgeous papers. Really gorgeous. So this suite is coming September. With the mini catalogue. So let's get making, shall we? And what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you've seen, where's my catalogue? In the catalogue, annual catalogue on page 22, there are, at the bottom here, it says a little inspiration, some card layouts. And what I'm going to do on my lives going forward is use these layouts so we can see what they look like. Because sometimes you can't picture. So our first layout is this one with the two, a rectangle and square, and then a banner and a bow. So that's what we're going to do today. And I believe, thank you to my wonderful upline, Queen Pip, I have the layouts larger with sizes. So that's what we're going to do. You don't have to follow the sizing if you don't want to. You can do these exactly how you want to. But I'm going to follow these sizes today. So I'm going to use this one first as my topper. So I want a 10 by 6, but I want to make sure that I get the bird in. So it might mean that I trim it the opposite way. And I am just going to chop it in half this way first. Because this makes chopped in half into 3 perfect card fronts, just simple like that. So I'm going to now chop this to 6, and then we want 10. And if I do that at 10, I don't know if you can see that because I can't see. I'm going to chop the bird. Well, I don't want that, so I'm going to bring that down to where I want it. About there. Will be fine, and then measure 10 down from there. It does mean I'm going to lose a bit of that, but that's absolutely fine because I want the birds. That's my main focal point that I want. Okay, so that's that bit, and then we're going to have, see, they've got that as 10 by 6 as well. But I think that's a square, whereas that's a rectangle. So I'm going to do that a bit shorter, and I'm going to see changing it already, but that's fine, that's what we can do. I'm going to do that at 8 square, and I'm going to use this one for that, because I feel that that's a square. I'm just going to cut a square of this at 8 centimetres. I mean, as a layout, you can make these any shape you want, but that will give us that, which I like. Okay, and we'll move that out the way. And I've already got a Misty Moonlight card base. Because of having the Misty Moonlight in the bird, I thought we'll do that, and that'll bring that out nice. Now, for me, this is a bit plain, so I am going to emboss it. And I'm going to use the embossing folder. If I can get this out. Oh my life. That's stuck. Things that you don't want to stick will stick. Now what I'm going to do, because I only want the front to emboss, so I'm only going to pop it in halfway so that I get some of that. Now it does mean that I can only do it side on, but that's fine. I don't mind that. So we'll bring in our cut and emboss machine, and we'll bring in our plates that we need. I'm going to pop that in there ready. Just make sure I've got it lined up so that it's to the edge. I mean, I could fold it round if I wanted to, but I'm fine with that. And then I'm going to run that through. And I've got to say, this machine is so easy to wind. I never used to have a problem, or I didn't think, with my old machine, but this new one makes it so much easier. And there we have a nice embossed front. So that will just add that little bit of something to that. Now you can move these around as you'd like them. I'm not quite sure on this at all. I want that bigger. So I am going to grab the other piece and I am going to do that at 8 as well. It just doesn't balance in my eye. Other people may think totally different, but to me that doesn't balance. That seems a better size, and we'll do it, let's try 8 by 12. I mean, there is no right, no wrong. You do it whatever's right to you. Now that does seem too big, so I am going to cut that down to the 10. And that seems better to me. So that's what I'm going to go with. I'm happy with that. Okay, so we'll stick this on. And I am just going to keep this flat. That's what I love about crafting. You know, we've all got our own eye to things. A lot of us think the same on certain bits. Like the majority of us all go with the rule of 3. Now what I'm doing here is, because I'm going to keep that straight, I'm looking at the gap I've got there and making that a similar gap at the top, because to me, even though it's not the same piece, that balances. Yeah, we usually go with the odds on embellishments and things, but that carries through into lots of things with design and stuff. But for other things, we can be totally different on what balance is for us, what's pleasing to our eye. There we go. I have to say, I'm looking at things totally different today. I'm struggling a bit. I've had varifocals for the first time ever. And getting things in the right place where I'm meant to be looking isn't coming all that easy. But yeah, I'm happy with that. So then we're going to do a sentiment. And I'm going to put my sentiment on Misty Moonlight again. And I'm going to use Thinking of You Always. And I'm going to emboss that in white embossing powder. So we need our embossing buddy. And we need our white embossing powder. Our Versamark ink. And we shall grab... No, we don't need a piece of paper, do we? That's it. A block. Block would help. There. Okay. So we'll use our embossing buddy just to get rid of any static and oil, so it doesn't, the powder doesn't stick where we don't want it. And we'll ink that up. And like I say, this is going to be, I'm not sure where I'm looking through. I think. Okay, so the words are right, but it's messing with the cardstock underneath. But we'll go for that. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. I will get used to them, I'm sure. But I was having to keep changing glasses and wearing my readers on the end of my nose, and what for when I'm watching telly, and then when I was driving I couldn't see the dashboard properly, and so yeah, it was time to give them a go and see how I got on. So we're now just going to, if I can find, oh my gosh, wires I've all got tangled. I'll just heat this. Just follow it along. There we go. So that looks nice. And then I'm going to trim this off. I'm just going to use my mini guillotine. I do find this easier. Just make sure that's dry, otherwise we'll smudge it. Trim that there so it's about the same either side, and then we can trim this off, making sure I get it about right. Now because it's not right on any, by holding it there, it's not going to line up correctly. I'm not definite for a straight edge, so I'm going to line it up on one of the lines. But I do need some more taking off that top. So I can add it in and add it in that way. And that's now correct for me. Okay, so we'll pop that out the way. And now we can trim this off. And you can either banner either end, or I struggle with bannering sometimes, but I'll give it a go. They never end up straight, or you can just cut them at an angle. But we'll see. See, I can see now that's not right. But doesn't look too bad, I don't suppose. I'm never a fan of doing this myself. I usually grab a punch and use a punch that's got corner on it that I can make it work, or a retired punch. But yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Right, and then we're going to add some twine. We could go with pecan pie. I believe it's pecan pie, maybe copper clay, or Night of Navy. I think the Night of Navy will look best. I mean, I could bring in some white, but no, we'll go with that. That's okay. And we'll just do a little bow. And like I say, these layouts, you can copy them as they are, change them about. I think I might make my, I don't know whether to make my bow. Oh no, that's perfect. I was going to make it a bit bigger and have it behind, but actually it doesn't need it. Change these layouts as you like. Step them up. I'm just following this one today as is. Just to show you how simple it is to follow, or how simple it can be to follow a layout. I'm going to make a conscious decision to use these layouts more, so that I can show you how you can step them up and change them to suit you. Yes, I'm putting loads of dimensionals on because I can't find my larger dimensionals. But as you know with me, that's not something new. I quite often use lots of little ones. Just taking the backs off these now. And then we can add that on there. Just find the right spot, which I think for me is around there. I like that. Oh, there you go. There's our first card. I hope you like that. It's very simple, just simple layers. Following the layout. So I'm just trying to get it back. Hi, Julie. I keep losing again. I don't know what's wrong, but just popped in to see what I'm up to. Looks lovely, thank you. Carol says, love it. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's the products, isn't it? You know, it's a real simple layout, but the products are just fab. I mean, you could send that card any time of the year, just as a thinking of you card. Right, so for our next one, shall we do the next layout, which is, I'm sure I've got a large printout of the next one. If these are in right order, let me just check. That's the one we've just done. So it's got a banner across the middle, our next one. Yeah. This one. So, I'm going to do this one slightly different. I'm going to add another layer into it because I don't want to do direct to card base. I'm going to add my white standard first layer, which is 10 centimetres by 14.9. Then we're going to add a card front. And I'm going to use this paper. I said how it is perfect just as a card front. So I'm going to use that. And we're going to make that, I think, if I do it just the next, I'm going to use this bit because it's a bit more fuller. If I do that the next size down, which would be 9.5 by, I want to crop the top off, 13.9. So I've added in an extra layer because I'll have a card base behind that. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Love that. And then we want a label on there to fit one of our sentiments. And I think we'll go for do we want a sending thanks and much love, or a friend like you brings me happiness? I think that's a bit long for this card being all the way across, so I'm going to go for sending thanks and much love. I mean, we could use the same sentiment as the last one, but it's nice to change it up a bit. I'm going to stick that because I know that's where we're going with that. Love those little cute bird feet on the back. I'll stick that on there. Okay. That's that one. Oh my life, I don't know what my computer's doing now. It's not happy. LastPass has decided it wants to talk to me, and I don't want to talk to it. Hi, Shell. How are you? Yes, you've caught me live. Right, so I'm going to be, I think I'm going to use a Mr. Moonlight for that as well. Card base. Shell says she's good. How am I? I'm okay, thank you. Yeah. Plodding on. It just says I've now gone on to varifocals for my glasses. Oh, it's got a bit of something on it, which is taking me some getting used to, but it's happening. It's working for now. But yeah, I'm okay. Right, so if we fold that and burnish, and then that'll go on there like so, And then we need, I think I'm going to go Misty Moonlight for the sentiment. Again, embossed with white. I think that's nice. And I've just got a scrap here. So we will embossing buddy again so that we don't get any powder stuck where we don't want it. And we can stamp that. Make sure we've got enough ink on there. Yep, that looks good. And then add our embossing powder. Shell, I need to sort out coming down to see you. It's going to be summer holidays, isn't it? And you're going to be rammed and busy. But yeah, need to sort out a visit. And just let that do its thing. Like that. Yes, you do, hun, soon, because I've got Carl and everyone for through it. Of course. I'm going to Dad's. Not next week, the week after. You'll have to let me know when Carl's coming and if I can try and get down before that. Right, so I want to cut this out. I haven't got a punch, so I'm going to die cut it. So let's see what dies we've got. I'm going to drag some in from a different set. These are the Unbounded Love dies. It's a gorgeous set, this is. Lots of label dies, and it comes with the sentiments, lots of sentiments in there. Beautiful fonts. I have been using it a lot. Try before the 22nd. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. That's what because I'm going to Dad's for the week. And if I come back for a week, and then maybe the week after, so it'll be like around the 7th, 8th of August, something like that. I'll have to have a look at the dates after. But yeah. We'll use this one. That fits perfect in there. So I'll bring in my mini machine. I tend to use my mini machine now most of the time. Other than for embossing. I keep this for my die cutting and that for my embossing. Just chop them off and then hopefully it'll go through. Yeah. And I'll be able to save the rest for something else. I'm just going to move that a second. Yeah, that sounds good. Your duvet sets to here. Yeah, brilliant. Thanks. I thought about them. I've got your table and your stuff out Mum's summer house. I've got all that sitting in my caravan. So, yeah, I'll bring all that one. You'll be able to rearrange your house. The amount of stuff I've got, it's quite a big box that's come out the summer house. I take it you're going to be using it for out on your terrace. Junk. Well, you know, you said it. That's why Dad got rid of it. But no, it'll look nice on your terrace. It goes. So at my mum's house was all ocean themed, like beach themed. And Dad's was getting rid of it. Well, my sister lives right on the sea in Watchet. So her terrace is lovely to sit out on. So it'll go lovely out there because there's a few ornaments, but like bunting and stuff, cushions that'll look lovely out there. Now, I didn't realise that die cuts a frame and the label. Now, I actually like it that little bit bigger. So what I'm going to do is pop it back in to the back, and then I'm going to put some tape on it on the back to hold it into place. And then, oh my life. And then that'll be that bit bigger. So yeah, the stuff will look beautiful out on your terrace. I gotta say, I did think of nabbing the cushions for my outside patio, but I ended up buying some. But yeah, I can bring all that. Give me some space. I'm just going to add it on all four sides. Probably a bit of overkill, but just to make sure, because we don't want it flopping about. We want it to look like it's one piece. There we go. That doesn't look too bad, does it? All right. And then it's got some ribbon behind it on here. Just behind in a faux bow. Now, I think I'm going to go for twine instead of the ribbon on this. Do we do a faux bow? I'm wondering about wrapping it round a couple of times, because that's always good. And then, yeah, I can move Hayden in the caravan. That, mate, I tell ya, needs more than that shifting. Gosh, the amount of stuff that's in that caravan. But Hayden's finally doing his room. He put 5 bags, quite large bags, not quite bin bags, but bigger than normal pedal bin, of recycling out. Mainly monster cans. So yeah, he's doing really well, bless him. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it round. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Don't like it. I am going to do a bow. A big bow. And pop behind. Yeah, Hayden's sorting his room out. He's doing really well tidying it. Right, so we can make that a bit smaller. That's a bit large. I'm not sure, you know. I might actually try some ribbon. Wow, he's doing his room. You're in shock. Mate, believe me, we were in shock when he said he was going to do it. But he did say when he weren't at when he'd finished college, he would. And he's keeping to his word. So, yeah. I like that better. It gives it a bit more of a Christmassy kind of feel, I think. So maybe this would be perfect for sending as a thank you for a Christmas gift. But that looks better. So I'm going to stick some tape, more tape. I could take that off, but I'm not going to. I don't want to risk it all moving. I'm going to add some more tape on the back of there. Pick that up. And we'll just place this on here. Just behind. And then we can do a bit of a faux bow on there. Like so. And I'll just trim that around there for now. It's probably a bit longer than I actually want it, but that's okay, because that means I can trim it down. More tape. Get myself in a pickle. Probably an easier way to do this than I've done it, but hey ho, there you go. I've done it. All right. Yeah, I love that. That looks sweet on there. Right, we'll add dimensionals to this. And again, plenty of dimensionals. Just so it holds it up, especially if you're posting it. You don't want the recipient to get it and it's all squashed and dipped in the middle, and make sure you use plenty of dimensionals to keep it where we want it. Come on. Struggling to get the backs off. Maybe I need to go back to using my pokey tool like I did before. That seemed to work quite well for me. Okay, let's just have this so we can make sure we get it straight. And we'll pop that there just so it's middle left to right but above our little bird. And then, oh my gosh, we can pop that on. So there. Okay. Put that on there like so. Give that a good press. And then we need some bling. Drop some on the floor. Because I've used white, I don't think these are going to go. So I'm going to bring out the, not them, basic rhinestones. I haven't used these in quite a while. And then I used them on a card yesterday, I think it was. And I was like, ooh, they're pretty. I'll add a few of those on here. Where to put them? I'll have that one down there, like so. And then we can do the inside. I will go back and do the inside and that on the other one. Just grab pre-cut layer. And on the inside, we haven't done a lot of stamping, have we, today? But that's okay. We don't always have to do lots of stamping. We've got lots of papers. Just have a swig of tea. Cold tea. We've got lots of beautiful papers. So, you know, sometimes there's no need to stamp. I'm going to stamp one of these on the inside, just so that our inside isn't bare. Beautiful. And it just ties the inside and the out, just carries it through. Add some glue to there. There we go. And then I think I'm going to do the same on the other one. Just to carry it through. It's also nice as well to do your envelopes. Stamp them with something similar. Oh, that's lovely. Thanks. Do you mean the bird? It's a gorgeous stamp, isn't it? It's fabulous for colouring. But I like this sweet because, yeah, it's not particularly Christmassy, though it will be perfect for Christmas. It'll just carry you through all year. I think we need some bling on this one, don't we? Will any of them out of the suite? Yeah, we can get away with the off-white ones for this one. So we'll add some of these. And a trick that I picked up off Emma Goddard, Coastal Crafter, is for the larger. I didn't used to use my larger gems because I found they were too big, but just tucking them behind something really helps. They're not so in your face. I'm going to pop that one down there. But yeah, just tucking it in behind there, it doesn't look as big, because sometimes they can just look a little out of place. So let's have a bit of a tidy so that you can see what we've got. I'll clean those after. And there we go. Bring a selection of cards when you come down so you can buy. Yeah, okay, we'll do. Yeah. There's today's 2 cards. Really simple. Using the sketches out of the catalogue, layouts. The tools are there. You know, use them. That's why Stampin' Up have put them there to be used. We all need a little bit of inspiration, a bit of help sometimes. I've been having a bit of a creative block of late. I can see one way with whatever I'm doing, and then I can't get that out my mind and I struggle. So recently I've been doing some classes with other demonstrators. Nothing wrong with that. You know, demonstrators can do other demonstrators' classes. It's a way to get some new ideas, but also for some me time. Keep coming up with new stuff and, you know, to share with you all the time is quite exhausting. My brain gets really tired, especially at the moment with health issues. So it's just nice to sit down and do somebody else's class where all the planning and the thought is already done. Just follow some instructions, tweak things here and there as you want to. But yeah, it's really nice just to have a little bit of me time. And I've thoroughly enjoyed. I had a whole weekend with Pip from Card Making Know-How. She did an online paper party. That was brilliant. Do go and check her out for that. And then the other evening, Tuesday evening, I think it was, yeah, I did a class with Matusu Crafts, Barry and Jay. Gorgeous cards were made there. Some colouring, which was very nice to sit and do. So go and check their events out. They have a colouring masterclass that Jay does. If you enjoy colouring but you want to get your technique, you know, step it up a bit, yeah, that's the place to go. Lovely classes with those boys there. Say boys. They're not boys, are they? Shell loves them. Julie says, 2 lovely cards. Thanks. I enjoyed making those. Yeah. So it makes us, I mean, I'm not normally one for doing lots of paper. But it's nice to do something and follow something that makes you do something a bit different. So yeah, I'm pleased with them. So that's it for today. I'm now going to go, I don't know what I'm going to do actually. I've got to wait for Hayden to call me because he's at the hairdresser's to go and pick him up. And then I know we're going shopping then. So I shall tidy up and sit and have a bit of a chill before I go and fetch Hayden. But thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate it, and for your lovely comments. My newsletter is my monthly newsletter. Go and sign up for that for all the latest inspiration and promotions and that are going on. That's at lisasloft.co.uk/newsletter. Fill in the form. You can unsubscribe at any time if you feel that it's not for you. That's absolutely fine. I won't be offended, but give it a go. Shell says, thanks sis, good live. Call me when you figure dates out. Love you, enjoy shopping. Love you too, will do. And I shall see you all next week. Bye.